Hi everyone, it's syllabus time. So this is the syllabus that I would like you to see as a working document. I may make changes to it during the course, but I will let you know that before I make any changes. So that being said, let's get started. This is my contact information. I'm pretty easy to reach by email and by remind throughout the course of the summer. If there's any real concerns you have or problems, we can set up a phone meeting or we can set up an office meeting, though that gets a little harder during the summer. So please feel free to always reach out to me by email or remind. So this is our beginning information from grade educators and course description, standards alignment, outcomes for the class that we're hoping to achieve. These are the resources we'll be using. I'll use the Tucker book, and that is available through the library. I like it a lot because it's a great macro overview of the topic, though you'll find that most of our reading, the great bulk of it, is online and available through Blackboard. Please sign up for code.org. We'll be doing some work on coding. I've also made this list of apps that we'll be using during the course. Make sure you see the notes next to them. Flipgrid is sign up through your BSU email. I suggest signing up for anything that you think that at the beginning through your BSU email, just to make it easier, but you can judge that on your own. You might want to use your school email. I want to do some work with green screen, so I like doing green screen, but if you have another green screen app that you like, please feel free to go ahead and do that. If you are using a non-iOS device, an Android device, a Google device, that's fine for this class. You just might need to make some adjustments with some of the apps we're using in the class. The sign up for Remind is on the welcome page, and there's a direct link to Remind. You have to sign up through our class. And Kahoot and Padlet are also available online to sign up, and then they have apps attached to them as well. Please download the ISTE standards. When you download the ISTE standards, this link will take you there, as well as to the Massachusetts Curriculum Framework. The ISTE standards, click on the ISTE logo while you're in there and check out the conference that I've been talking so much about. The Massachusetts Curriculum Framework, our emphasis is going to be on the computer science and digital literacy framework, but I'm interested also in how you are integrating technology, addressing that framework while also addressing the standards you need to meet in your subject areas. You'll need to be able to access Maxwell Library, so you might want to do that prior to the start of the class because you'll be needing peer-reviewed articles. I will ask you to create a Twitter and an Instagram account so that you can follow me. You do not have to post on them if you do not want to. I use Twitter and Instagram for these accounts for professional purposes, and I will be posting, as I said, throughout ISTE with the hashtag ELED500 to share information and material with you. So this is that information. In this, I asked for you to do it by July 10th, but actually the conference begins on this Sunday, July 23rd. So I will, or actually July 22nd or June 22nd. So I would ask that you start those accounts quite soon to see sort of what I'm doing live. These are the assignments for the course broken down with percentages. I'll walk through them a little bit more as we go through, but I'll just briefly say that I will have you use these resources and these apps for responding to our reading, and with the idea that you are learning how to use them so that you can use them effectively in your own classrooms. So let me go through this. Please note that there is a choice for the final project. You kind of figure out what works for you. Attendance and participation is really based on how you work with the discussion, which we'll go into, but also that you check your email and Remind every day. This is a 5-week class. It goes super fast. And so I will ask you questions and probably want responses during the course of the 5 weeks. So please check your email and remind every day. That is part of your participation and attendance grade. Even if you check it quickly. There will be many days that I post. Not every day will I send you an email or a remind, but you will get them frequently. Especially if someone else asks a good question and I want to share that with the class. That usually is a helpful way to do it. Okay, so the discussion has 2 components. It is my postings, which you will respond to, and a student-led discussion. So this describes that in detail and what the student-led discussion is. I'm going to jump ahead to this, to what the components are. So the instructor, I will post the model introduction. So your first posting, your first discussion grade will come from your original introduction posting. Your second discussion grade will come from a post that I will make on July 14th, and where I will post questions, show you video, some articles, and I'll ask you to respond to that. I will expect that you respond to me and that you comment on at least one of your colleagues, your classmates' responses. Each student will lead a discussion. A discussion will include 5 resources, at least 2 will be peer-reviewed, 1 should be a video, and the other 2 may be text or video. Obviously, all of these should be accessible online, and you'll need a bibliography at the end of your discussion. You can choose whatever topic you want, or choose one of these. You might think, like, she's not spending enough time talking about Google Classroom, so I'd like to talk about that. You might say, I really want to talk about resources that are available for math teachers or for preschool or early readers, anything like that that you're really interested in. That's the kind of stuff you should be sharing with us in your discussion. So all of the discussion topics are due by July 14th, and then everything needs to be posted by July 22nd. So this table shows you all those due dates and kind of breaks it down for you. Remember that after you post your discussion, people will start responding to you. You need to respond to each of those responses. And I will ask you to respond to 3 of the discussions that are posted. So you don't have to respond to everybody, but 3 that you're interested in, and respond to those. Okay, so you're going to create a technology website. The outline for that, or the checklist, is on Blackboard. You can use a free platform. Do not pay for a platform. You don't have to do that, but choose Weebly or Wix, Google Sites. Any of those work very nicely. If you already have a website, you can use that as well. And you can see what all the components are on the checklist that is, as I said, on the welcome site. That is a fairly large project, so I would suggest getting started with it very soon during the course. So the 2 choices for a final project are the professional development plan and the technology integration plan. Both are due August 9th. The goal of the professional development plan is that you have something you can share with your principal or your superintendent, or you can put it on your resume for people to see where your expertise is and for you to present yourself as a technology expert. You can do something that we've talked about in class, like using Kahoot or Screencast-O-Matic like I'm using now, or you might choose something that you used for your discussion topic and you want to explore that a little more deeply. Whatever you choose is fine with me. Just send it to me beforehand so I know where you're headed, and maybe I can help you. Or you may choose to do a technology integration plan, which will be how you will use technology in your classroom. So if you teach 5th grade, you might say, like, I'm going to choose how I will use technology in my reading class. or if you choose my ELA throughout the course of the year, and how you will address the needs of diverse learners and how you will incorporate this into your classroom. Please read through this, and if you have questions, please let me know. If you are a high school social studies teacher and you want to just talk about how you're going to use technology in your geography class, that might be a great way for you to do this, and that's what this activity is for, and that's what this assignment is for you to figure out ways that you're going to use technology within your classroom. So, and then finally here, so this is the rubric for how I will grade your discussions, in case you're wondering. And this is the course schedule. It is tentative because I know I will be adding in material based on the conference that I'll be attending. But at least you'll get an overview of where we're headed and what are some of the major topics I will be discussing. Everything will be due during that last week, with my intention to get your grades in as quickly. I think they are due like the 14th of August, so it's pretty fast turnaround with everything. But this at least gives you an overview of what the course will look like. Please feel free to contact me. Please feel free, oh, you can hear some activity going on in the background here for Quincy, exciting Quincy. Please feel free to contact me. Please feel free to send a remind. Can't wait to get to know you and get to work with you. And that's it for now.